guys, it's Amber. So I have a fun project for us today. I saw some different demonstrations did on stage last week, and I got some ideas on how to try some stuff. So we're going to experiment today with watercolor paper, which I haven't worked with for a while. So we'll see how it goes. Really like watercolor paper. And I want to let you know I'm going to have a new filming schedule starting next week. I will have new videos on YouTube on Monday and Wednesday, and Friday will be my Facebook Live that will then be uploaded to YouTube later in that day. I know that I haven't been as consistent, so we are going to be consistent this time, and I'm moving my thing around because, sorry, it's bouncing around, which is weird. Okay, I think we're more stable now. Okay, and forgive me, I'm just getting over a cold. So we're going to be working with the Dragonfly Dream Stamp Set today, which is a photopolymer, and I have not worked with that for a while either. So I thought we'd have some fun. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this piece of watercolor paper. Before I do that, I'm going to get my wings out and the colors I'm going to use for my wings. And I want to be able to do this right away so it doesn't dry. So I'm going to open my Tangerine Tango and my Wild Wasabi. Okay, now this is just a little trick. This is loosely based on something I saw this week, but I kind of have made it my own. So I'm going to actually get the top of my paper wet, really wet. Okay, nice and wet, nice and wet. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and then I'm going to take this, and I am going to actually do Wild Wasabi on the bottom half of the wings, and my Tangerine Tangle on the top half, and I'm going to stamp this right over where it's really wet. I did that on purpose. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It's like spreading around. Clean off my stamp really fast. Isn't that just a cool little thing? I kind of wanted the watercolor effect to go all over the whole paper. That's why it's still wet. And I'm actually going to take my little aqua painter and spread it a little bit more. Okay, with the green and with the Tangerine Tango, which the Tangerine Tango actually set really well. It doesn't really want to spread as much, but that's okay. Okay, so now most of the card has kind of a wash background, a watercolor wash. I don't need my aqua painter anymore. You want to let this dry naturally, and silly me, I didn't make an extra. So we're just gonna, I will time-lapse this for you as it dries. You don't have to listen to me. We'll put some music here while it's drying. Da, 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 da. Okay, now that we are mostly dry, we're going to move on, and my stamp is dry. I am going to stamp over these again with the Wild Wasabi and the Tangerine Tango. And I like to do the Wild Wasabi first in case I have a little bit of overlap so that I don't think it'll mess up my Tangerine Tango. Okay, and then I'm just going to put this about the same spot on top. Okay, just to give it just a little bit of a brighter tone. I don't know if you guys can see how vibrant that looks now. As it dries, it's still not completely dry, but as it dries, it will become more and more vibrant. And let me wash my stamp off really fast, and we'll move on to the next part. Okay, stamp is clean. All right, so next we are actually, and like I said, forgive the sniffling. We're gonna take some chocolate chip, and we are going to put a body on our little guy here. Little body. Okay, I'm just going to kind of dab on that and then center it on here. Okay, so see, that still looks watercolory because it's still just kind of damp, which is what I'm going for. It's just kind of a watercolory look still. Call it like a watercolor wash is the back, and then this just kind of looks watercolored, which I enjoy. Okay. Next, we have got our full body right here. I don't know if you can tell, this is drying and it's kind of flattening. Sometimes they curve as they're drying with the watercolor paper, and I just kind of try to manipulate it as it's drying to make it the shape I want. So now I'm going to take my basic black, and I need to get a reinker for my basic black. It's kind of drying out, so let's hope that it stamps well, because it's been kind of dry on me. So I'm going to turn my thing back and forth both directions to make sure it's really inked. This is just me. You don't normally have to do this with basic black. Okay. This is just because mine is drying out. Okay. Now, I'm going to really push on here too because it's a photopolymer. I want to make sure it really sticks the color. Yeah, see the top wings? It's because my black is dying, but I actually like that look. My test one I did earlier did something very similar. Okay, so now we are almost done. We are going to put a saying on it, and my saying is, thanks for the smile and everything else. Really ink up my black. Okay, and that's going to go down here in the bottom right. What, Molly? Are you yelling at me? Why? Why are you yelling? Huh? Okay, so we're done with basic black. Now I have a piece of pumpkin pie that I have cut at 5.5 by 8.5. And I have scored it at 4 1/4, so I'm going to fold it in half and just use my bone folder to tighten my crease. Okay. And because I've used watercolor paper, I'm actually using fast fuse to adhere it because of how it bends a little bit. That way I feel like it's more stable. So I'm just going to use my fast fuse, and I'm going to put 3 little strips on it right there. Okay, and then center that on my pumpkin pie right here. And then I'm going to turn it over because, like I said, part of it is still a little bit damp and I don't want to smudge it. Excuse me. Okay, there's that. And we're going to use our new glitter enamel dots. Well, newer. They were new in June. Glitter enamel dots. And I'm actually going to use 4. And I have my paper piercing tool right here. And I'm going to take and put one, maybe. I just like to put it on the back like that. One right here. And I'm going from biggest to smallest in one of the rows. And the cool thing about these glitter enamel dots is that the colors, they start out, the first row is really vibrant, and as they move over, they get lighter and lighter and lighter. So they're kind of fun that way. One right here. So in my test card, I used the darkest of the green, and this one I'm using the second darkest. One right here. And one right here. Just to kind of accentuate it and just give it a little bit of bling. Because it is kind of a simple card, but I wanted to add just a little bit of bling, make it a little bit fun. Let me show you my test card. This is my test card. And you see I had trouble with my black on that one. But that's okay. It's just me and it's my black. Which, speaking of which, see how it moved? I am so excited for the Stamparatus. If you haven't seen my posts on my Facebook page, head over there. It is facebook.com/thejamandStamper. And I talked about the Stamparatus, which is something that is coming out from Stampin' Up. And pre-order starts this week. So it is worth your while if you ever have trouble getting good ink on something and you want to do it again and you can't line up like I did there. It's a great tool for that. So let's see. That is our card. I will see you guys on Friday morning at 11 on Facebook for my Facebook Live. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.